Good morning, everybody. Well, living in the country also has some rewards, like I was mentioning before. When I was a teenager, I used to go ice skating at a place called Turkey Swamp Park. Well, in my day as a teenager, we had winters similar to what we're actually having this winter, a very, very cold winter. If it's below freezing for a certain amount of time, you can go ice skating at a place called Turkey Swamp Park in Frio. So I'm going to show you some of the food and show you some of the photos of Turkey Swamp Park that is actually offered. This year we're actually having it at Turkey Swamp Park, but as you can see, I'm too old. I'm 70. I would end up on my rear end if I even attempted to get on ice skates. So here. After you go ice skating at Turkey Swamp Park, there's nothing better than hot cocoa. You go inside and you drink hot cocoa because you're really cold because it's very cold outside, obviously. Hot cocoa with marshmallows is so wonderful. It's so delicious, folks. You have no idea. Here, people are actually ice skating this year at Turkey Swamp Park. It's really amazing, but it has to be very cold for an extended period of time. You can't just have maybe 1 or 2 days below freezing. It has to be below freezing for several weeks to be able to do this, obviously. Look how beautiful that is. This is getting in the country, folks, like we discussed before. You can also go ice skating on your favorite lake, providing it's cold enough and the ice is thick enough. They test the ice to make sure it's safe, obviously. Apple cobble is another thing. You can come in when you have your hot chocolate. We have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, delicious apple cobble. It's delicious and yummy. Hot apple cider is another wonderful hot beverage you can have when you go ice skating outside. You have to keep in mind it's very, very cold. So again, here's a nice, beautiful hot cocoa with delicious whipped cream on it, folks. Like it was yesterday when I was a teenager, and I remember going to Turkey Swamp Park in Field. It's in the country again, and, I'm sure we have it out here also where I live now, and I live in another section of New Jersey. And yes, you can ice skate on lakes, but like I said, the temperature must be way below freezing and for a long period of time, not just, okay, it's 30 degrees one day and the next days it's in the 50s. No, it has to be made below freezing, like in the 20s, for several weeks so you can actually go ice skating, because the ice can be very dangerous. If it's not thick enough, you can fall through it and, it could really cause a problem. A real tragedy can happen. So you got to make sure the ice is ready, and they'll let you know. If it's not safe, they'll say no ice skating, and that's it, you can't go. So here we have a memory of ice skating at Turkey Swamp Park. Have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.